Three times JIlani. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, but I want to give you some music dance by today during Ramadan. Would you like to dance? Won't you dance to my music, son? You don't need to dance to nobody else but Papa. Billy Boo Boo. Your daddy perfect 10. You can do it. They said I'll never be able to play no drums. They said I just couldn't keep no beat. I couldn't. Until I heard that voice and I saw those two see-through hands, son. That happened to me. These people have car mind. Can you dance off this, JIlani? Want my son happy. Now, JIlani, understand you're not Superman. You can't be swinging from trees, man. Jumping from roofs, you're not Superman yet, man. Breaking your arm and hands and things, you gotta cut this out, man. Because it's closed rain and grace paid. Since people want posts, you know, I ain't gonna beg money. And just have them come to the YouTube and see the video. Those that want to see them. It's for you, JIlani. Three Sally Boomba. Ramadan Mubarak, 10th day, Jil. Hope you go to where there's some big speakers and a powerful system where you can really hear this music, baby, because you're not hearing it on a cell phone or a laptop computer. You're not hearing the bass. JIlani, I don't know what kind of music you call this. I don't even call this jazz. I don't know what you call it. This is crazy man beating on the bottom. just touching the desk didn't knock the sound out, son. And I hope that my music gives you some joy, and I hope it recorded and that you dance with Papa on this Ramadan. You know, when you break the fast, you play this music, and you watch Papa. I know you miss Papa. I know you're always looking for Papa, because Papa's always looking for you in everything I do. I look for you in every sunrise. I look for you in every sunset. I look for you in every moonrise. What's this coming on me? I look for you in every sunset. Sunrise, I look for you. First thing in the morning is I look for you, Jilly. Nobody knows what a father feels for his son. You're so much like me, man. Trying to play drums too, huh? Nothing wrong with that, baby. I feel your thoughts, you know, your thought body be coming to me sometimes. I just wonder, you know, do you really love me, baby? No, I don't know. She say you do. Sometimes I talk to you, you don't seem so happy. Hope you like my song for you, son. For you too. My heart. My heart. So proud of you, man. The only way I can tell you how much I love you is through my music and my poetry. So, it's your song. hands off there, Miss Ramadan. My son. You know, I pray, my son, that you're looking back at you. You look straight forward at what you intend with the right intention. Just like in your martial arts, you stay focused. You don't deviate to the right or to the left. And you keep your third eye on the sajda, the sajda, sajda. These eyes, this one, Jilly, Calby, 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 before, Calby, 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 did it, did it, did it, Calby, Calby, you're hard, you're hard, you're hard. Jilly, Jilly, your chi, your ki, your tumo. Softly. No. Take the force. Take the force. Guide it another direction. Take it. Push. Receive it. Push. Receive it. Push it. Receive the force. Push it, Jilly. Don't aggressively go at it. No, let it come to you. Snatch it. Pull it. And redirect it, Jilly. Redirect the chi. This is to you. I'm not showing off nothing to nobody. I never waved no flags about what I know in terms of the martial arts. It's not about that. It ain't about you. It's about my son, who can't really talk to me on the telephone, but he can understand signs and he can understand symbols. He knows what I'm saying. His mother will break it down to him. I love you, man. Stay true to your past. Don't deviate. Don't let sadness, none of that come in and rip it off. Don't let none of that, man. Mental, that don't have no existence. The only thing that exists is this Jilly. Jilly. La ilaha illallah. Boop. Right there. La ilaha illallah. Nothing is real but God. Nothing. It's going to all die and leave us. Nothing. I'm here now, and I'm saying I love you now. I'm giving it to you now. Whether I'm in my body or not, you're my son. And I love you. You understand? You understand, Jilly? It's a serious thing, Jilly. Distance and time has nothing to do with Calby, Jilly, Calb, your heart. Fikalubihim, martyr, Vizarahumullahu marada, Walahum, Adabun, Alimun, Bimakinu Yakidibun. This is the problem, Jilly. In their hearts is a disease. Fikalubihim, martyr, Vizarahumullahu marada, Walahum, Adabun, Alimun, Bimakinu Yakidibun. You know what I'm saying, Jilly, because you know the whole Quran by heart. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Jilly. Alif Lam Mim. Thalika al-Kitab al-Rayba fi. Hudali mutakin. Hudali mutakin. Eladina yukminuna bil-gaib. Bil-gaib. Wa yukimuna silat. Wa mimma rizaqnahum yunfikun. This is what saying, Jilly. You know. وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكُمْ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ وَبِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ أُولَٰئِكَ عَلَىٰ هُدًى مِّن رَّبِّهِمْ وَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا سَوَاءٌ عَلَيْهِمْ أَأَنذَرْتَهُمْ أَمْ لَمْ تُنذِرْهُمْ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين يكاذبون الله والذين آمنوا وما يأتون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا ولهم عذاب أليم بما كانوا يكذبون وإذا قيل لهم لا تفسدوا في الأرض قالوا إنما نحن مصلحون. صدق الله العظيم. Ramadan Mubarak, my son. Be careful about getting too much knowledge, my son. You become responsible for the weight of it. You become responsible for knowing it. Calvary, son, the cow, the heart, son. Hope in the heart, son. Have mommy help you with this. If she really loves me, she's gonna get into this with some passion. If she really pink passion love me down, I just your video. I have to stop playing music for these people. This is my son's dancing music. This is another one of his videos. This ain't got to do with you. You ain't paying my internet bill. I don't mean I don't love you, because I see what you is. Sometimes it be sad, son. I miss you sometimes. Miss your hugs, man. Miss your hugs, man. Say JIlani. Abdul Qadir, JIlani. Sar. Smith and Backy. Little bit of cheese, some little song. Ramadan Mubarak. Mubarak Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak. I see you, son. I see you, son. I see you. I'm proud of you. I'm serious, you, son. Stay on the path, son. you stay on that, baby. You're doing good, man. You're doing real good. Doing real good, man. Calvin Roof's man, stop trying to fly. It's no, man, you cannot fly. You don't, there's kryptonite out there. Look, man. Wait till you see me so I can show you how to put on your Mighty Mouse suit. Man, you know what I'm saying? Wait till you see Papa, man. God do that, it'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? And he make her right. If he straighten her out, You'll be okay, man. His Papa's on the square. They ain't nothing come to me. They ain't. You can't come. That's what I'm telling you. Get it together. Or God ain't gonna bring it. I don't care who's supplying it. You ain't gonna get here. Only way you're gonna get here is by being on the square. The only way you're gonna get here is by sanctifying it, cleaning it. I'm sorry. God is holy. And this is what I've discovered. And I can't play with that. You let me play with it for years. No. I can't play with it once I come to understand my hands are being used by something greater than me. They don't belong to me. None of this does. But now I'm woke. Now what? Somebody want to come kill me because I woke up from my sleep? Come on with it. Because I see death all around me anyway. You gonna die, I'm gonna die, we all gonna die. It's a matter of time. So what's that got to do with the price of tea in China? Or in Japan, for somebody say I'm talking about the poor Chinese brothers. They my brothers too. I know. If I say I'm gonna backhand slap you and jab hand slap, I'm not talking against the Japanese people. No. But I change it. I'm gonna Jack Daniels, Jim Beam slap you. Slap all the black off you. Not a violent person, no, I'm not. I stay upstairs in the attic in the upper room. I don't bother people until they come messing with me. I really don't. These people out here, they're terrified. They're terrified of love. They believe in everything but love. They believe in hate, man. They believe in that. They believe in death. They believe in fear. They believe in that. Grab onto that, man. They don't see nothing but negatives in front of them. And then, there's reasons why that exists in them. They have nobody to bring them balances that could eliminate that and annihilate that or turn it into different directions of what to do with that energy. It's all energy. Everything around you is moving energy. You have solidified it. You have mentally received the suggestion. It's like nobody would die on this planet if this planet as an entire consciousness had not received the suggestion. Everything that we take into our subconscious mind, we make a reality from our conscious mind. Everything at our collective unconscious mind, if we ever get to unlock those doors with sound, balance, and maturity, we have access to what the ancients called the Akasha. And what they really were talking about is the same thing in Islam. They're talking about the mother book. Or they're talking about this grand library of all knowledge where all books came from. And the Quran tells you that if it were possible to write all the words of God, it would be like trying to contain all the seas in ink. And this you would never be able to do. It's too much sea of the knowledge in the gnosis or the gnosis or gnosis. I say gnosis, some say gnosis, or whatever you're saying. If I mispronounce a word, you pronounce it correctly for me. You're so brilliant. We appreciate it. I never told anybody I was perfect. I said I was perfect as to my condition. And told you my condition was that of being a nobody. And that I desire to be the greatest nobody this world has ever known. That's what I said to you. So don't go tell nobody I said I was a new reformer, just gonna come and do nothing. I didn't say I was gonna come and do jack, but get away from all Negroes. And everybody's a Negro to me. I'm getting away from all Negroes. The other word and all that, that's something else. And white people never know how to say that word right. They say it up here. When black people don't say that word up here, we say it from down here. That's my, yeah, that's how the brothers be talking. Now they call each other BITCHs. I don't understand that. I don't understand what you want, where that come from? Everybody's BITCH. Every brothers be talking. I hear these young brothers out calling each other names, even what they 15, 16 years old. Everybody's BITCH. I'm not saying that, because that would imply my mother was that. But some of these women act like they might be that, Like they done lost their daggone morals and ethics and everything else, their pride, their dignity. They don't have nothing no more. Do they ever? Lest we forget, I'm posting James Weldon Johnson's poem, if I can remember. He talked to his people and he said, lest we forget. And he was a sweet man. He was a Christian, but he was a sweet man. James Weldon Johnson was one great, awesome poet and a songwriter and a black man. He was one of my people's color. And that don't mean I don't love white people, because I love myself. How can I love you if I don't love me? That don't mean I hate you because I found out that I'm the original gene that you tried to hide and pretend like I wasn't. I'm the dominant gene. Without me, there is no other races because it all came from Mother Africa. The original DNA is black. But why you paint the picture that it's so evil and so ugly and so wicked? Why you don't like black people? If you're one of those that don't, this is not hate speech. That's just a question. Then you go and sit in the sun until you catch sun cancer, burn the retina out of your eyes, sitting in a sun box, trying to be black like me. Why you take the one you call Jesus and take him from the European Caucasoid Mountains and stick him into a region of the Caspian Sea where nobody could stay around there and be white too long? They burn up and through there because they had no pigmentation to protect them from the sun. And the kinky hairs to protect them from their brain from being fried by the sun. God knew what he was doing. What you call God, he made their kinky hair to protect their head. It's what hair? You go read. Get thee from me. I seek refuge in the law from the curse Shaitan. Attack my voice, you dog. I know you. I know how you come. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness, against principalities and spiritual wickedness, and principalities and powers in high places. Put on the whole armor of God. You gotta find out what that is for you. It ain't what it is for you for somebody else. Yours may be sitting in meditation for an hour or 2 hours. Maybe you don't come to the knowledge of the Sajda and the Salat, where you find this incredible experience when you're making the Salat and it's making you, it's a form of martial art rather than a military exercise, an execution of how fast you can move the body and make some motions. You're not experiencing directly the divine presence. Why don't you wait around a while? And when you're in Sajda, don't be at the store, don't be at your mama's house, and don't be eating them pig's feet that you're trying to get off of, and pork bacon that you ain't quite left yet, and you saying you don't eat no more pork. You know, see, I don't been where you are. I don't been where all the other people are. If you know yourself, you know all men. You cannot deal with the beast in nobody else until you know. I'm gonna give you a story. There's another story. The Sultan of the Saints, Sheikh Abdul Qadir JIlani, the Caliph al-Azam, when he was on this earth in Baghdad, a lady brought a son to him. She knew of the Sheikh's many miracles that had happened in his ministry. I'm gonna tell you another story if I can remember to tell you. I always keep forgetting to finish the story. And I always smell good when you come into the presence of God. Don't be stinky. Don't try to make Father Ibrahim fall into a stinky man. He wasn't no stinky, nasty man. He was a clean man. He had locks. It wasn't that he didn't make the salat. He would get lost in the salat and forget what card he was in. He would be lost. He'd be inside it. So I knew people that knew him. He didn't say don't make the salat. He said if you're not present in the salat, you're not capable of being absolutely 100% present, then you work. Because you didn't make the salat. You just went through the motions. Then you work. But don't go around telling people, we bayfall, we don't make the salat, we don't pray. Stop talking ignorant. Then you make Mom Sheikh into an infidel. You make him one that was against the sunnah of Rasulullah. And Rasulullah said, follow our example. It wasn't that Mom Sheikh never prayed. Don't look at Mom Sheikh as an excuse not to make your prayers. If you're not in Mom Sheikh's state, now I understand, because I used to be critical of the Bayfall. I'm not anymore. And one night, when I fell into the Bayfall estate, well, I didn't know which one was day, which was night. I was there for 2 or 3 days. I forgot what day it was. The palms were coming left and right. I didn't wash. I was in a state. And it would be called Majnoon according to the Sharia. And anything that's Majnoon is exempt of the law. So you don't have to make the salat. Then because you're not in a state of sanity, as we would know it to be, you are in a spiritual state of insanity. And that's when his disciples were able to do these phenomenal feats of lifting weights and things. They weren't doing it from their mind. They were doing it from a state of spiritual ecstatic joy. Those true followers of Imam Sheikh did not use him as an excuse not to make the salat. If you're in a state you may not be able to make the physical salat, then you were. You got that wrong. And I'm from the West to tell you it's wrong. And you'll get all your stuff you want to get to try to support some junk to me. If you're not in his state, Mom Shakes his spiritual state. One day he's walking with somebody. He had a long elongated pipe. Didn't curl, it was just straight. I want one like that. And he put tobacco in it. I don't know, that's the story I was on. He's walking with a disciple, said to him in criticism, Papa, like, isn't it wrong to smoke? I mean, Muslims not supposed to smoke, right? Mom Sheikh held his pipe up to the sun and said, La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And the pipe caught on fire. He brought it down to his lips and he smoked his tobacco in his pipe. And when he finished that little bit that he had in there, he put his pipe back in his little pouch. He wrapped it up, stuck it back down in his pocket. He turns to his disciple and he said, let me tell you something. Until you can do what you just saw me do, you don't smoke. And Mom Sheikh walked on off and the boy went following behind him with his head hung down, being confounded. Excuse me. It's not my intention to belch on anybody, but if they come, they come. And you belch as well, so don't be too critical of me. But there was, I have to keep having tapes called Remembered Stories. Because I started to tell you a story and I forget what I was going to tell you in the middle of it. And that's not cool. But I try to come back when I listen to the videos and realize and recapture that on another video. So understand that and stay tuned for my videos. Those of you who do watch them, and what I'm seeing on the page today, I mean, there have been days when a lot of people watch, and today nobody's watching. So, it's like I just want to take them all down, and nobody has to watch nothing. And I'm not angry. I'm tired because I know what I've given people. And all this talking I'm doing to you, I declare I don't know where it's coming from. Because I like to stay in my house and my door is locked and I talk to nobody and play like I'm not at home. Yeah, I turn the lights off, play like I'm not at home. They're not cool. If they ain't coming with God, I play like I'm not home. I'm not here. I don't have time. I don't have time to waste. I put a posted thing on my page about people that died on TV. These were young girls that was just dropping dead. People just dropping dead. They don't even know death is coming. And they're on the news and they doing this and that and standing up. And next thing you know, they falling down on their face, they're dead. And I want you to see what's real. What you should be thinking about instead of even where the rent's coming from. You haven't realized where it come from yet anyway, huh? Where'd your baby shoes come from when you didn't know your name? Where's your Gerber's baby food come from when you didn't know nothing about Gerber's? Huh? When's infant milk come? Because a lot of black people weren't breastfed. They don't do that here like they do in Africa. And that's why the children are all messed up. They don't have this symbiotic, it's got to be a portion of that kind of thing going on between the mother and the child. And when I was taking CPE, clinical pastoral education at Methodist Hospital, trying to be a hospital chaplain, I took 1 unit, 26 weeks. I realized that's not what I'm supposed to be. Because our group saw a movie one day of a newborn baby. And it was shown in fast time photography. I call it speed. And this mother's touching the child a zillion times in different places. throughout these few seconds that we watch this. And the whole teaching was this, that if that child doesn't get touched, even though the child is born perfect and healthy, if it lays in a vacuum where it does not receive sensitivity, that's why I don't want no woman. I don't want no cold woman that can't show sensitivity and that has no empathy and is so cold hearted that they don't know how to be affectionate. Now keep that. I don't need that. I need somebody that's happy to love. And I don't find a lot of that in Senegal. I find people afraid to love. They hide, man. They hide their faults. To get them to admit they do anything wrong, let me see the people I've associated with. You got to catch them dead in the act before they say, bow my eye. They're not going to come with no weeping eyes like the tender-hearted David are. But they said that Ibrahim was tender-hearted, alayhi salam. He wept often before God. These people have lost a sense of weeping. I'm sure Serene Tuba wept often before his God. And if you are a follower of Serene Tuba, you need to find the heart of Serene Tuba. You need to find the heart, the kalb of Serene Tuba. Not just read his Qasidas, but understand the heart or the kalb of Serene Saint Tuba. Don't be absorbed so much by what he was, but by what his teachings are saying that you can be what he was. If you are his disciple, every master wants his student to be better than himself. Let me get off of here. I'm speaking to French-speaking people. Matalibi, supposed to be Matalibi. I wasn't like some of these people. I always wanted to be close to my sheikh, not far away from him. It wasn't, he didn't have to be trying to call, it wasn't trying to call me. I was always trying to get to my sheikh because I understood what that station was. These idiots come and take bayat with me. They say words that they act like they didn't read. And how can you be blessed that way? You're only blessed by staying deeply connected to your Samabai. And when you go deviate from that and following your own thoughts and your own thinking, you done transgress something you said in the bayat. You said, whatever he commands me to do, I will do. And my command is that you surrender all your baggage to your serene, which is not me. It is the true serene, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May be highly exalted and glorified. That's coming through that stream of light that's a beam that's connected all the way back to Adam alayhi salam, that came down through Yaqub alayhi salam, Ismail alayhi salam, was passed through Ibrahim alayhi salam, Father Ibrahim alayhi salam. It was passed all through the prophets and everybody else. And that Christ consciousness has been with man since the beginning of time and will rest upon any man or woman that gives their whole submission to doing what that Christ man said to do, who was anointed of Almighty God, when he was asked, what is the greatest commandment? And he said these words to that man. Go read it. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God. He didn't say me. I'm not saying you shouldn't love Yahweh Shai. He's not saying me here. He's not speaking for personal pronoun. You don't put that here. And in many places where the he is there and it's in italics because it was not there in the original manuscript. So it gives you an altogether different interpretation of that surah. When it says, except you believe I am he, you shall perish in your sins. That's not there. That's not what he said. Changes everything. Now think of how many other words that have been changed that you don't know have been changed. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. But when you really do that, Satan's going to attack your voice. People are going to try to block your post. Block your life even, if they can. But my great brother said these words, yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. It's the 10th day of Ramadan. I should fear no evil. Mantle Lill, Malikati Wakatubi. I should fear no evil. For thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. My brother, Muhammadu Habib, I hope somebody take this video to him. Hope one of these trifling brothers and sisters that call themselves Moors would take the mantle of serene Salihu, would take his they're pitiful. It's sad. Would take this video and show it to Muhammadu Habib. He said to me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Not in the presence of my friends, but in the presence of my enemies. Thou preparest the sumptuous feast for me in the presence of mine enemies. My cup runneth over, he said. He was overwhelmed, and the Senegalese would say he had joy. My cup runneth over. He had joy. My mama in Senegal, Mia, he had joy. I have joy every time I see you. I remember God in you. Remember how you love me. You didn't like to see me get angry. But you didn't know why I was angry, because I couldn't tell you in Willoff what they were doing. I couldn't tell you the stuff they were doing. You would have been angry too if you know what I was trying to tell you in English. It wasn't right, Mom. It wasn't right. Yeah, I'm gonna get on off of here. I'm giving off too much for nothing for one or two people, I think. You come to me privately if you love me that much. There's one that always clicks they don't read everything. I don't know who that one person is. I won't show me you yet. You know, you somebody I think that loves me. You either love me intensely or you hate me intensely. One or two. And you're anxious to see what I have to say. And for you, maybe the page exists for Shola, who sometimes can get online, and a lot of times you can't get online for days and hours because of no electricity connection. You know. And Sheree posts sometimes, and every now and then Deborah posts something. But I need the kids, I need the children to network and get everybody in the world to post. You can't block and delete everybody in the world that's posting clean posts. I love Mark Zuckerberg. Me and Mark need to come together because he didn't understand black people. He needs somebody that has lived there and then was taken out and went to Harvard. Somebody who was trained in all the wisdom and knowledge of the Egyptians, like Musa. And then God sent him on the backside of the desert with Jethro. That was his sheikh, to burn all this stuff out of him. He put all that in abeyance inside of him. His knowledge was at his deepest subconscious level. So when God, Yah, got ready to use him, he accessed Moses. And in the Quranic text, it tells you that when he cast his rod down, Moses was frightened of his magic. And the magicians, that tripped them out. They said, no magician is frightened of his magic. What is this he's doing? He's not doing what we're doing because he's scared of his magic. So whereas his magic just ate up all our rods, so what's going on here? They ready to get out of Dodge. Because the great magician was operating. Why were they called magi? In search of the Christ light of the star in Bethlehem. They don't make all kind of things out of. And you know that Yahweh Shai's birthday wasn't on December 25th. That's the birthday of the sun rising in a new equinox. And it's instituted sun worship in the name of Jesus. You dumb enough to go for it. But that's your business. Knowledge comes not to make us comfortable, but to free us. Not to make us so happy, but to give us tranquility and more humility. I'm just a nobody poet, trying to share a moment or two with some friends. I'm grateful for all my friends and for all my sons and daughters. So whatever you do, I just wish you would do more. And there's nothing wrong with me wishing that. I wish you were more consistent. I wish you understood the bayat so that you don't offend God, so that you don't offend the holiness of God. That's what you didn't want me to do. Well then, we don't desire to go further away from our fathers. We desire to come closer to them. If that's not happening, you need to examine what's going on with you and your son Abad. Our sheikhs don't call us. We're trying to call them. You know, Sri Sally never talked to anybody on the phone. Stephen Seagal was always trying to call back. He knew he didn't talk on the phone, but he just loved Serene Sally so much because through his prayers he was healed instantly. Yeah, even the Buddhists knew where to go, and Serene Sally said he would have Buddhist disciples. I wear the Buddhist mantle. Buddhism is not a religion to me. Buddhism is just good common sense. That whatever you send out is coming back to smack you dead upside your face. You send it out, it comes back. Sometimes it comes back tenfold, hundredfold, depending on how heavy you send it out. You become wise, you stop sending stuff out, you know it's coming back. Everything you said to somebody, every wicked thing you did, every sneaky thing you did, it's going to somehow be done to you, I believe, before you leave this life. I've seen it come back at me. It blew me away. I said, oh, that's what this is. This is karma. Okay, I understand now. Dang, man. Where that come? You sent it years ago. Now when something comes upside your head, you know what I'm saying? You knock somebody's eyeball out, somebody come along and knock your whole daggone face out. You know what I'm saying? Or knock all your teeth out. Now you know how it felt. You didn't feel that when you was knocking their teeth out, knocking their eyeball out, but somebody come with a hook knife and jump up in your right eye and just start whistling away with a razor blade and cut your eyeball out, and they stand there with your eye in their hand. Then you understand how that felt. Then came back worse than you sent it. You just knocked their eyeball out, but he came along with a razor, a straight razor, and cut yours out your whole daggone head. Yeah. Think about these things. Shalom Alaikum, Ramadan. Hey, son, I hope you enjoy this music.